The voices inside your head are always negative. They're always going to be telling you what you can't do or what you haven't done before. So, what makes you think you can do it now? Or who are you to think that you can do that? Or if you don't do it, you'll look silly, you'll look dumb. So these voices in your head are what stop you from stepping forward. Maybe it's stepping up as a better, more benevolent alpha business leader. Hey leaders, I hope you're having an awesome Monday. I have had a crazy busy day today, and before, as you can tell, it's a little dusk outside. Before the sun goes down, I wanted to send out this week's video because I'm also going to be leaving on a plane tomorrow to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I will be gone for most of the rest of the week. So I wanted to talk to you today about the voices in your head, especially when it comes to trying to achieve something or thinking that you can do something that you've never done before. Interestingly enough, in your supplemental training, in your core videos, down at the very bottom of the supplemental training, there's the ANTS training, ANTS, Automatic Negative Thoughts training, based upon Dr. Daniel Amen's training. And I know many of you have seen it on your own. Some of you have shared it with your team members, and that's great. And I've been doing a little bit more research into the ants or the voices in your head. And one of the things that I've come to understand through a lot of study and reading is the reality that, especially when we're trying to achieve something new or different or step outside of the things that we know, they're always negative. The voices inside your head are always negative. They're always going to be telling you what you can't do or what you haven't done before. So, what makes you think you can do it now? Or who are you to think that you can do that? Or if you don't do it, you'll look silly, you'll look dumb. So these voices in your head are what stop you from stepping forward. Maybe it's stepping up as a better, more benevolent alpha business leader. Maybe it's deciding to branch out in your office space and try something new and different in your marketing. Whatever it is, oftentimes, I will say every time, when you try to do something new, the first thing that comes up, those voices that are first come up, are negative in your head. So I just want you to be aware of them and watch for them and question all of them. Not some of them, but all of them. So if you have the voice that pops up in your head that says something to the fact of, well, that's never going to happen. Why can't it happen? What are the things that what would happen if it did happen? Who is telling me that it can't happen? Or according to what can't it happen? Right? So these questions that you ask yourself are going to be the questions that help you get over and actually try something new and different. The deeper level of this, though, is what I want you to get as leaders. Every single one of your team members, no matter how long they've been with you, no matter where they come from, they also deal with these negative voices in their head. And they're always negative. So when you ask them to do something that maybe they've never done before, or try it a different way, or do it your way versus the way they've been doing it for 20 years, or try to think differently, automatically they're going to have negative voices in your head. They're going to have negative voices that pop up and say, yeah, I remember the last time we tried that thing, it didn't work. It's not going to work. Or remember when we tried something like it, it didn't work. Because we do that, right? It doesn't have to be the exact same thing. It has to be somewhere in the realm of the thing that will just negate it. And so they're doing the same thing. So be willing to, when you ask them to do something, to make sure you back it up with encouragement, with letting them know that they can do it. That and you realize that they've never done this before, or it's different, but you have confidence in them. You believe in them. Really, sometimes it just is a matter of them hearing that from you. That, hey, you know what? I know this is different. I know this is hard. I know this is a total shift of what we used to do before. And I believe you can do it. I know we're going to have a little bit of trial and error. It might be a little strenuous sometimes, but you can do it. I want you to be willing to encourage them. Now, that's when you ask them to do stuff, but I want you to realize that every single one of us, myself, my family, you, everybody around you, your spouse, your kids, they all have negative thoughts that come into their head. Every single one of us has those voices that pop up to say, you can't do it. Why you? It's going to fail again. And I want you to know that as you recognize that you can actually address those on a bigger scale with the entire team as well. Let them know every day, hey, you guys, I believe in you and I trust you. And I know that we can get this done. Today might be a really busy day. Today might be a really slow day. Whatever it is, you get the opportunity to encourage them to achieve more, to try to do more, to strive for more. And as you do that, they will have a new level of appreciation for you because you're speaking to something that they're not speaking to out loud, but it's inside. And everybody loves it when you can actually speak to them already knowing what their biggest challenges are, because it makes it feel like, oh, wow, you get me, you understand me. And sometimes that difference between men and women, leader and assistants, or leader and the rest of the coworkers, there's a gap of believing that you really understand them, that you get them. And I want you to be able to show them that you do. So make it a goal this week to make sure you say to everybody, hey, you know what? I totally believe in you. I know we got this. I know it's not going to be easy, and you got this. All right? Because I know you got this. And I do these videos because I want to encourage you and let you know that I believe in you as leaders and everything that you're doing. And I know some of the stuff I ask you to do is difficult or weird or out of your comfort zone or just another thing on your list sometimes you think about. But I know that you're smart enough and you can figure it out. And I know that you can get to a place to where you just ignore those little voices, or at least question those little voices, and come out on the other side victorious. So I hope you have a great week, everybody. Thank you for letting me share this with you, and I'll see you on the next video.